If you are in the haunt industry, I have got a deal for you. My name is Brian Clausen. I'm a real estate agent with Berkshire Hathaway Commercial. I've got a property in LaVista, Nebraska, 7.31 acres. Some of you may know it previously as Haunted Hollows, Omaha. And today I want to just give you a walkthrough of the land and the buildings that are there. And so I've asked the owner, Mike, to do that. Let me just remind you that the sales price you see is the price for the land and for the building. All of the contents inside of the building are not in that price. Those are negotiable. You can have that conversation, or any of the attractions, Ferris wheel, the carousel, and all of those things. Those are things you can have independent conversations of. So my number is listed before, but sit back, let Mike walk you through the property, and I think you can see the potential here for expansion, for new locations, or an opportunity to go ahead and grow your brand here in the haunt industry.
Alrighty, after you just paid your admissions right here, we come around this way. Typically, the first live scare that hits the customer happens right here. They'll hide behind a tree or in this area, but we like to hit them right away. Right here is a gigantic clown mouth. You have to walk through it. It's a great photo op, and it goes down every year. We take good care of it. Right there we have a photo op with a big banner. It says Haunted Hollow, so your group takes their picture. This is an old Ferris wheel. You're not going to see another one of them anywhere. It works 100%. Not a thing wrong with it other than a little bit of work on the benches, but it's really cool. Once again, something you're not ever going to see. Right now we're in the carnival area, and we have an animated scare right here. Set up, does its thing. It's wonderful. Over here, set up like a game. It's got a live actor scare. Really great deal. Usually have a couple live actors work in the carnival area, being carnival. Of course, it's they're clown themed. This is really awesome. It's a called the Gypsy Wagon. People get their fortune read, or tarot card, or palms. Just a free thing to do to make the place more amazing. Right behind you is wood storage. Right there, where we have a public bonfire. Underneath this gazebo, people can sit around, enjoy a fall evening. Over this, a sitting spot. I really wish y'all could see this in the fall, in the dark. So much different. But even in the winter, you're not going to see a place like this. This we call the big top. We have 4 pieces of animation in here, kind of set up, they're carnival themed marionette, horse, and that kind of stuff right inside there. Freak show, you go through there, mostly really odd taxidermy. Walk through there, look at everything, come back out that side, come back around. This carousel is very rare. Just the horses alone, what they would be worth, I don't know, but the carousel is working, and it's just another jewel on the property that makes it unique. By the time I'm done, you'll see that there's no place you're going to find anywhere that is as unique as Haunted Hollow. Suspended bridge, just go across, get something people do. Cabin in the woods. If you're a haunter, you know the term black hole. You walk through a black hole in this building. And when you come out this way, people usually cross this bridge, go through that end of this building, and I'm going to use, once again, a lot of terminology I'll use will be known to people in the haunt industry. The other stuff, you know, if you got questions, you can get a hold of any of us and we'll help you through it. But that's claustrophobia. Walk through that building. This we just opened up last year. It's called The Other. It used to be just a typical barn maze. We filled it with animation and actors. You go through there and it's really close to a second haunted house. We got a projector house. We show movies on the side of the barn. You can see there's bleachers there. When we get up a little ways, you'll see there's a full cafe. People buy a funnel cake, popcorn, sit down here, maybe watch a movie. And there's an area right here to sit too. This here is Hall Extension. It's a piece where it looks like one of them's flying out of the grave and the other one's pulling it down. So many photo pictures taken there. Right here we have Haunted Hollow. So every time somebody takes a picture, the sign's in their picture. It's a real neat attraction. Just as the name of it is alone. Everybody comes out here. Nobody comes here by themselves. They come with at least one other person, but you can only go through it alone, and that's a lot of fun and everything to get people to do that. Really unique, really neat looking. People buy some more kits. Once again, revenue producing. They buy some more kits, sit out here, and just enjoy the fall weather. Okay, there it is. That's the 3-story haunted house. It's great, and it's really quite the attraction. Right here's the queue line. Scare in there, or let the crowd, whatever you want to do. So now, about halfway through the haunted house, you come out on what we call the grand staircase. You come out, I guess I'll better be on the right side, on this side, and now to enter the haunted house, you go underneath the bridge, and then down below, and so we're halfway through the haunted house now. Here, there's a rope that separates the two halves. You head down the grand staircase. We kind of like to refer to it as the cafe. And then we go back into there. We call this the timber. So once everybody gets through all that, they come out over there, and then they head back up the grand staircase. Right here, when they're done at the timber, come up like this, and then we go back up. Go through the swamp, up the trail, come down, come out this trail, and we lead you right to the carriage houses. Carriage House Cafe. Because way back in the day, people got their carriages in here. That's what this was made for. So we've got some off-season storage in here, but you can see there's tables for people to dine. Very, very rare that carriage and that horse. And a little backstory, I don't know if we need to get into it or not, but it's kind of funny. That carriage has never been on the ground. When we bought it, my wife made me get 3 other guys out here, and we carried it into this building because it has never touched the ground. The person who owned it, that's called a doctor's buggy, he was actually a doctor. He ordered it, and back then it would take a long time to get a carriage made. Well, in the meantime, before the carriage got built, he bought a car. And then when he got the car, he didn't need the carriage. So we own it, and it's sitting in here. But back to business, people come along here, they read the menu, and we do corn dogs, chicken strips, fried pizza, funnel cakes, just all kinds of stuff. And right here's where the drinks would be. Here's a full service kitchen. Right now we're planning on keeping this fryer, but this is a big donut fryer, and that's what you can use for. You can use donuts. This is where we cook the funnel cakes. 3-compartment sink, stainless steel, hot water heater, hand washing station, and I'll just let him scan around. We're planning on keeping the side-by-side refrigerator and the upright freezer, but the cooler's negotiable and the deep freeze is. So anyway, you're here ready to go. That's one thing about this is one hunt you can bite it right now, and you'll be open this fall. Okay, so we do have picnic tables. Some people don't want to eat inside, they want to eat outside. Seating area. People pick up their food out that window. And this is our stage. We have static props here every night on Saturdays. You can do photo ops with the static props. Frankenstein, Wolfman, Stan Thompson. Wow, concert thing. It's kind of more of an ambiance, kind of a wow, cool, you get to hear a band at Haunted Hollow. This building over here, that's our maintenance building. Keep the chainsaws, the tools, pretty much everything it takes to run Haunted Hollow, and plus, if you live here, you got a place, we've got our lawnmower stored in here, and it's just any guy's shop. Storage building. And in between the two, we've got scrap lumber. They just might tell you picture, okay, if I want to run Haunted Hollow, where am I keeping this, where am I keeping that? I'm kind of trying to tell you kind of a unique thing we did just from years of chainsaws crapping out on us. We started the chainsaw tree. Once again, people, for some reason, they love that. They take pictures at it. I've got a pile of them I still need to get put in there. This is Mike Myers' house. People love it. They get me outside for Mike Myers. They take their picture with him all the time. This guy's music. This is what we call the market. Lots of stuff you can do in here. This is kind of a breezeway area. Customers walk through, pop machine. Kind of a storage area right here. We're planning on keeping this freezer. Let me find the light. There it is. I don't know how well it'll show up in here, but here's our dressing makeup room. Costumes are hanging up, running water. Here's where the makeup artists set up. Actors get their makeup on, go right over here. We give them their costumes and they're ready to go. We have a dressing room here, just in case, you know, it's there's a lot to the market here, and this is just part of it, the costume room and dressing room and makeup. In here is just kind of whatever you want to do, office storage, whatever suits you. And here we got a room that goes to about here. There's a piece of animation in there. It's money producing, revenue producing. If it's something you're interested in, we can talk about that. We've got the flasher guy there. He's always there. This here is just another room that kind of goes with what happens in the first part of the room. We got a lot of stuff stored over there right now, but they're attractive rooms. Here's our gore store. It started out with, during COVID, we had to have 6 feet of spacing for everybody, and we used to do the funnel cakes here, and we couldn't do it because people would order right here, and when they'd order, they had nowhere to go and have social distancing. So that's why we moved everything over to the carriage house. But then we had this great room. What do we do with it? And it's kind of funny. We just had a few bones and a few cow skulls. And we thought, well, let's just throw them in here and see what happens. And this has turned into a full-blown gore store, which is a very lucrative revenue. So this area right here, the courtyard, keep the fire going. And in there we have an electric chair. People sit on it, and it is timer, so you just can't constantly go over and over. I think it's on like a 40-second loop, and you get the vibrations like an electric chair. It's a lot of fun. People love it. Chainsaw starts, it's scary. Most customers won't do it because they're too afraid to come in. Also, if you're a horse person, we do have 3 stalls in here. We have pretty full of stuff right now, but we do have 3 stalls. Loft up there. I'm getting old and lazy, and I'm just keeping the hay down here instead of keeping it in the loft anymore. But the 12-foot skeleton is inside there. The floor spins, and that starts the attraction. Then you go in, and there's just an interactive spot. Then on the third side, it's an anti-gravity house where the ball rolls uphill. People can't stand up straight. It's another, thing people love. Once again, all part of your admissions. This is the main public bonfire area. We'll get a pretty big crowds here, especially on the weekends. Stand around the bonfire. Typically our porta potty is right there. And then very live, pretty good revenue producing. Castle Ride, get in there, hear your eulogy, and you get $5 a ride for that. So there's a lot here for your admissions, and there's a lot of extra stuff here to do if you want. So that's pretty much a lot to take in, but we're pretty proud of it, and hope somebody else can love doing this.